And I know that we're doing something right now that so many people in Washington, so many people in California, so many people in Oregon are wanting to do as well. Good morning. My name is Julia Ehrman. I'm so glad to be here with you guys, and I'm so glad that you're here. Maybe you're watching this video because you're looking at moving from Washington, California, Oregon to Tennessee or Montana or somewhere, or maybe you just landed across my page. Today, I want to share with you guys how we were able to move our family from Tennessee or from Washington all the way to Tennessee without having jobs. So here's the thing. 2.5 years ago, I made a decision. I started a social selling business. It sounds crazy because I will be honest with you guys, before I started a social selling business, I had no experience, not at all experience on social media or doing social selling. But what I saw was I saw my cousin showing up. I saw my cousin having fun. I saw her making money. At the time, our family actually didn't need money. We didn't need an income. My husband was working for the city of Seattle. He had an amazing job. He had amazing benefits. But I did it because I was sitting at home with my special needs daughter. I felt like I needed a community and I was really ready to have another challenge. So I jumped into this business. Crazy story is right after I joined this business, I got diagnosed with cancer. And I found out I was pregnant with baby number 2 that we didn't know was going to also have special needs. I could have made a decision at that point to just kind of say, like, screw social selling. Like, I need to focus on myself. I have cancer. But I didn't. What I did was I decided I was going to listen to my coach. So my coach kept telling me, use this as an opportunity to show up as God has called you to be. So I did that. I showed up. I literally was on live video, you guys, no joke, sitting in chemo, pregnant. I did 4 rounds of chemo while I was pregnant. At some point in the story, I found myself sitting in a chemo chair without hair, which, by the way, that's why my hair is short, growing back because I had lost it all from doing chemo. But I was sitting in a chair one day and I realized something. I realized that this is a really, really effective vessel because I had no hair and I was literally selling shampoo. Okay, so follow me through. If I can sell shampoo without hair, that shows you it's a really effective vessel. What I realized was that no matter what, no matter recession, no matter the person, everyone's washing their hair with shampoo. And I also knew, because I was a cancer patient myself, both my parents had died of cancer, was that there's this move in our country to go to a non-toxic, right? To get away from paraffins and silicones, things that are cancer causing. So I decided to go all in. I showed up on social media. I shared my cancer story. I shared my story about birthing our second child, who then heartbreakingly had special needs like our first child. Okay, what I want to share with you though is how this helped our family move from Washington to Tennessee. So here's the crazy thing about it. Remember in the story when I said I did not join this business, I did not start social selling because I wanted to generate an income. We didn't need money. But what I didn't know was that what I was doing at the time, a part-time job, that I was going to lose that job because I was doing video content and that was the first thing they cut when COVID hit. I got fired. Okay. What I didn't know was that my husband was going to be mandated to get a vaccine that he just didn't feel right about getting, that our family didn't feel right about getting, that we didn't want to be forced to get. And he was going to lose his job because he made that decision. So here's the crazy thing about our story is that we had no idea these challenges were going to come. But because I made a decision 2.5 years ago, here's what we did. We were crazy. We did something that everybody thought we were crazy to do. Our families didn't support at first. Our friends thought we were crazy. We sold our house in Washington. We had no plan. We started looking. We looked in Montana. We looked in Idaho. We found our dream house here in Tennessee. I'm sitting here today in Tennessee, okay? Everybody kept asking, well, did your husband get a job? Why'd you buy the house? Did your husband get a job? And we said, I don't know. I don't know. No, he didn't get a job. God led us to this house and we were able to confidently say goodbye to his job, goodbye to Washington, and move to Tennessee because we knew that we had a consistent income coming in with this business. It's crazy. Like when I sit and think about it, even if it's a couple $100 a month for us, even if it's a couple $1,000s a month for us, that was the cushion that we needed to push us to where we needed to go, to where God was really calling us to be. And that was to kind of lay everything aside, maybe for a season, or maybe for a while, or maybe, as I dream, keeping my husband home for always. We have 2 special needs kids, you guys. They both have a rare genetic disorder. And the oldest kid with this disorder just died in Texas at age 9. We don't know how long we're going to have these kids with us. And I just feel like it's such a blessing that we had the courage, that we have that cushion, that income support that I generated, that I could have chose not to generate at the beginning of COVID when I was fighting cancer and I was pregnant and I had a special needs toddler at home. But I did it anyways. I did it despite the circumstances. I've been listening to Mel Robbins' book, and she talks about making decisions based on your goals, not on your feelings. You're never going to feel like going to work. You're never going to feel like getting up early. You're never going to feel like starting that side hustle. But when you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you just do it anyways, you find yourself where I am. And I'm going to show you where I am. Sitting in the middle of Tennessee, in the most beautiful place that you've ever dreamed of. Every Pinterest magazine that you've ever cut out, and you're now calling that your reality. So I don't know if social selling is something that would be a fit for you and your family, or if that's the answer to your prayer. But what I know is I didn't think it was mine. And if you want to have a conversation about what it would look like to show up on social media, to share some things that God has gifted you about, and to generate a side income while you're doing it. And by the way, if you've ever posted your red Starbucks cup at Christmas on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or TikTok, you can do what I do. And if you haven't done it, I'll teach you. So I'm so glad if you're still watching, by the way. Thank you so much for still being here. Here's my shout out. Jump over to my Instagram account, Ermin Julia. Follow me. Go ahead. Go through all my reels. Go through all my page. You'll see a person who's showing up as who God called me to be. You'll see somebody who's like really passionate about helping other people, but also being authentic as I'm doing it. And I think it's going to inspire you. I think you're going to want to jump in. I think that this team might just be what God has been calling you to do and the blessing that you've been praying for. So send me a message, reach out. And if you are planning your journey from Washington to Tennessee, I would love to hear how you have supported it. How have you been able to do that if you made the move before you had the income? I'd love to hear from you. I hope you guys have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor. Go ahead and like the video, hit subscribe, and then head over to my Instagram. Follow me. Send me a message. Let's